Dear friends, welcome to Rotating and Static Equipment channel. In this video I am going to explain about inside mounted single coil mechanical seal, a manual setting and assembling procedure. Let's get into the video. First I will explain the parts of inside mounted single coil mechanical seal assembly. This is called the shaft sleeve. This is called the gland collar. This is called gland collar stud nut, and this is called a gland gasket. This all unit is called as stuffing box. This is called as back plate. And inside the mechanical seal area we have a stationary seal face and rotating seal face, and this is called a rotating face holder, and this is called a single coil spring, and this is called a retainer. For the retainer there is a set screw. This full unit called as a compression unit. Then we have a stationary seal face O-ring and rotating seal face O-ring, then shaft sleeve O-ring, and there are two anti-rotation pin, one for stationary seal face and the second one for rotating seal face. So these are all the main components of mechanical seal assembly. A mechanical seal has 5 main sealing points. Let me show you. The first one is the sealing between the stationary face and the rotating face. This is called the mating face. So this is the first sealing, very important one. The second one is gland collar gasket. So this is the sealing between the stuffing box seal chamber face and the gland collar. The third one, stationary face O-ring. This is the sealing between the stationary face and the gland collar bore. The fourth one is rotating face O-ring. So this is the sealing between the rotating face and the shaft sleeve. The fifth one is shaft sleeve O-ring. So this is the sealing between the shaft and the shaft sleeve. In this video session I am going to cover a mechanical seal assembly only. For centrifugal pump overhauling procedure I have already uploaded in my channel. I will give you the video link in the description box. Please kindly check it out. Now we will start the dismantling of mechanical seal assembly. First, loose and remove the gland collar nut. Then remove the gland collar along with stationary face. Then remove the gland collar gasket. Then remove the shaft sleeve along with the compression unit. Then remove the stationary face along with O-ring from gland collar. Then remove the rotating face along with the O-ring from compression unit. Then loose the set screw on the compression unit retainer. There are 3 set screws on the retainer. Then remove the compression unit from sleeve. Finally, remove the shaft sleeve O-ring. Now dismantling of mechanical seal assembly has been completed. Now clean the all components by WD-40, then clean by CRC and tissues. Inspect the all components. Stationary seal face and rotating seal face need to be lapped, or if you have spare lapped faces then you can use the spare mechanical seal faces. Otherwise you need to do the lapping on the existing seal faces. There are 2 methods on lapping. The first one is manual lapping. It is done by hand, and the second one is machine lapping. We can get the precision and good finishing by the machining lapping. Then check the condition of spring compression. Then all O-rings and gaskets need to be changed. Then you have to check some basic and important parameters like stuffing box squareness, bore concentricity, shaft runout, bracket frame perpendicularity, shaft radial play and shaft end play. These all parameters should be within limit. So for these parameters I have already uploaded a video in my channel. Video link is in the description. so please kindly check it out. Then everything is fine. We can start the assembling process. Now we need to take the reference mark in the shaft sleeve from stuffing box seal chamber face. It is the important thing for mechanical seal assembly. So first of all, attach the stuffing box into the pump bracket frame. Now the stuffing box is attached with the pump bracket. After that, fix the stuffing box mounting bolt and tight the mounting bolt by spanner. After that, insert the sleeve. Sleeve inserted, and then insert the spacer or gasket. Insert the impeller key. Then insert the impeller. Insert the impeller gasket. Then fix the impeller lock nut. After that, lock the shaft from drive end side and tight the impeller lock nut. Then mark the stuffing box steel chamber face straight, reference on the shaft sleeve by scriber or straight edge. Take the scriber and place into the seal chamber face and touch into the shaft sleeve outer diameter. After that, rotate the shaft. Then scratch mark will occur in the shaft sleeve outer diameter. So this is the reference mark for the mechanical seal assembly. After the reference marking, remove the scriber, then remove the impeller lock nut and other stuffs. Impeller gasket, then remove the impeller, then remove the impeller key. Then remove the spacer or gasket. Then remove the shaft sleeve. Then remove the stuffing box mounting bolt. Then detach the stuffing box from pump bracket frame. After that, measure the distance from reference marking area to shaft sleeve backside end by vernier caliper. For example, we assume that the distance between the reference mark area to shaft sleeve backside end is 80 mm. So kindly note it down the measurement. So check here, the shaft sleeve marking to sleeve end is equal to 80 mm. After that, attach the rotating face with O-ring to the compression unit. Now measure the total length of the compression unit with rotating face by using vernier caliper. So for example, the total length of the compression unit is 65 mm, and kindly note it down the measurement. See here, the total length of the compression unit with rotating face is equal to 65 mm. So we need to find the balanced length from sleeve end side. So that means shaft sleeve marking to sleeve end minus total length of the compression unit with rotating face. That means 80 minus 65. The balanced length from shaft sleeve end is equal to 15 mm. Then insert the stationary face O-ring. Then lubricate the stationary face along with the O-ring. Then insert the stationary face along with the O-ring into the stuffing box collar bore and press it on the gland collar bore with the help of hand pressing tool. Now the stationary face installed into the gland collar bore. Now we need to find the gap between the gasket seating area to stationary face mating area. Okay, so we need to find out the gap by using vernier caliper. For example, we assume that gap between the gland collar gasket area to stationary face mating area is 18 mm. So kindly note it down the measurement. So the gland collar gasket area step to stationary face is equal to 18 mm. After that, we need to find out the thickness of gasket. Measure the thickness of gasket by vernier caliper. We assume that the thickness of gasket is 2 mm. So kindly note it down the thickness of gasket. So the gland collar gasket thickness is equal to 2 mm. So next, spring compression. We need to give the spring compression at least 3 mm. It is the thumb rule, and the maximum you can give up to half of the total spring compression. For example, if the total spring compression is 15 mm, then you can give up to 7.5 mm compression. So we are adding spring compression up to 3 mm. So kindly note it down the spring compression. So the spring compression is equal to 3 mm. So finally we need to find out the retainer position. That means balance length from the sleeve end side plus a distance from the gland collar to stationary face plus gasket thickness plus spring compression. Okay, so balance length from the sleeve end side is equal to 15 mm. So 15 mm plus then the distance from the gland collar gasket area step to stationary face is equal to 18 mm. So add 18 mm plus gasket thickness 2 mm. So plus 2 mm plus the spring compression we are giving up to 3 mm. Add this value, you will get 38 mm. This is the final retainer position. So we need to fix the compression unit retainer at 38 mm from the shaft sleeve backside. So now we will start the assembling. First, install the shaft sleeve O-ring into the groove. So mark the 38 mm on the shaft sleeve from the backside. After that, insert the compression unit into the sleeve. Match the retainer position into the marking area. After that, tight the set screw on the retainer. There are 3 set screw on the retainer, so you should tight equally. After that, check once again the measurement is correct or not by using a vernier caliper. Just verify the distance whether it is correct or not. Then lubricate the shaft sleeve and the rotating face internal along with O-ring. Then insert the rotating face along with O-ring into the shaft sleeve and place the position on the compression unit holder. Then insert the shaft sleeve along with compression unit into the stuffing box seal chamber bore. Then insert the gland collar gasket. Then fix the gland collar along with stationary face. And insert the gland collar nuts and tight the gland collar nuts equally. Now the stuffing box with mechanical seal assembly is ready for use. Now you can attach the stuffing box with the pump bracket frame. Finally, pump assembling process has been completed. If you want to check the integrity of mechanical seal, then we need to do the mechanical seal hydrostatic pressure test. For hydrostatic pressure test, the casing suction flange need to be blinded. So fix the blind flange for the suction flange of the casing, and the stuffing box flushing port need to be plugged. So we will plug the stuffing box flushing port. After that, pour water into the casing through the casing discharge flange. After that, fix the test piece flange on the casing discharge flange and connect with hydro test pump and pressurize the pump up to 1.5 times of the operating pressure and check the leaks against the mechanical seal and pump casing area. If there is no water leak on the mechanical seal area, then mechanical seal is perfectly installed. So this is the perfect procedure for install a mechanical seal assembly. So thanks for watching this video.